Hey guys, what's up? AttackingTucans here, and I'm about to tell you 10 reasons as to why you should play A Hat in Time. And I might get some slack for this, but I honestly think this game might be around as good as Mario Odyssey. What are you talking about, Tyler? Nothing's gonna be as good as Mario Odyssey. It's gonna be the best game in the world. What are you even talking about? You don't know anything. You're not even a gamer. Shut the— Yo, chill. You're probably right, but I still think it's kind of weird how we're having two really amazing open world platformers come out in the month of October, both of which involve lots of hats. Also, I want to note that I was not paid by the developers to make this video, although they did send me a free early copy, because I'm not going to say no to a free video game. The real reason I'm making this video is because I just played the game, and I loved it so much that I really want the game to succeed, because if the developers make more money from this game, then that means they get to make more games in the future, and I really want them to, because this game was amazing, and that's how capitalism works, baby! Now, before we get into this list, let's go ahead and explain what this game even is. A Hat in Time is a platforming game along the lines of Mario 64, Mario Sunshine, and Banjo-Kazooie. You run around these colorful, stylized worlds, completing missions and searching for collectibles. With a combination of open worlds where you can explore and take in the scenery, and challenging levels that test your platforming skills. Now, this game was first announced on Kickstarter back in 2013, where people were so excited for it that it rose 10 times its initial goal, myself being one of those backers. Look, that's my name right there. See? I did back the game. I'm in the credits. I'm famous. I've been waiting for this game for years. I initially lost a lot of my hype after waiting for so long, but after playing this game, I am beyond hyped, and I don't think I can even contain myself. Now, here's 10 reasons as to why you should play The Hat in Time. Number 1. In this game, you play as a little girl named Hat Girl. This girl has a wide variety of movements and is downright fun to control. All of her actions are fluid, and they all blend together for a very seamless experience. It's like they took the best traits from Mario, with wall jumps and belly slides, Banjo-Kazooie, with the double jumps and the ground pounds, and Sonic the Hedgehog, with homing attacks and quick maneuvering. It made this hybrid who still feels like an entirely new character. The thing I love the most about Hat Kid is that the more you play the game, the more you master and appreciate the way she controls. With a game like this, controls are everything, and they nailed it. Number 2. Whenever I play games like Mario Sunshine and Banjo-Kazooie, I remember falling in love with the worlds as I explored them looking for things to do and collect. Unfortunately for those games, I think they were just beat bad, which is good though. It's about time that somebody made an open world game to explore that is more fun than those games made 15 to 20 years ago. The worlds in A Hat in Time are beautiful and jam-packed with things to do. And on top of all that, they're fun to just move around in. The level design is complex and well thought out due to there being so many ways to get around and interact with the environment. You'll find yourself jumping, balancing, and swinging to your heart's content. I've never had so much fun running around the world looking for different collectibles that I can use to enhance my game experience. On the first level, Mafia Town, you find yourself in a mission where you're pretty much playing a giant game of the floor is lava, where you're forced to find ways to traverse different parts of the level to turn off lava spigots that are causing the issue. This challenges you to view the world from a different perspective and appreciate how well it's truly crafted. Although the open worlds are great, you often get variety as well, with missions that are more linear that challenge you in platforming, from peaceful atmospheres to fast-paced levels where you're running across an exploding train. There is always something new awaiting you in this game. Number 3. This game is funny as fuck, from its quirky character interactions and mannerisms to the script and dialogue. There's a guy you interact with who starts playing patty cake with you, only to follow it up by punching you in the face, launching you halfway across the plaza. Along with that, there is so much funny dialogue, you literally want to talk to every NPC in the game to see what they have to say. One of my favorite parts is when you're on a train full of crows that walk up to you and ask these random questions. Then later on, they use the answers you submitted as in-game elements to enhance the horror of the story. There's one crow that asks you what body part you're most self-conscious of. After you answer him, he makes you feel better by saying you have nothing to worry about and that you look fine. Then later on, you're sneaking around the train trying not to be seen by the crows. There's these tables of crows whom you can only sneak past when they are busy laughing at a joke. But when you pay attention to what they're laughing at, they're making fun of your least favorite body part, Like, what the heck? You confided in this crow, and now he's making fun of you in front of his friends. But these moments are frequent and will leave you laughing the whole way through the game. Number 4. The boss fights in this game stood out to me as being some of the most enjoyable, fast-paced boss fights I've ever encountered in a video game. They are unique and challenging, but the part that stood out to me the most is how unrepetitive they are. Lots of games have boss fights where you repeat the same attack 3 times, and then the boss is dead. In this game, the bosses come at you with a large variety of different attacks that require you to be quick to react, or else you'll take damage. Each boss fight left a huge smile on my face as it kept coming at me with different attacks that were all really fun to evade in Counter-Strike. Honestly, Nintendo could take some tips from these guys. Number 5. I am a huge fan of hub worlds that you can use to travel between different levels. Princess Peach's Castle from Mario 64, Grunty's Lair from Banjo-Kazooie, Delfino Plaza from Mario Sunshine, and the Common Observatory from Mario Galaxy are all prime examples of this. In A Hat in Time, you have an explorable hub which is Hat Kid's spaceship. It's not huge, but there's many enjoyable secrets and objects to interact with on the ship, and you unlock more to do as the game progresses. My favorite room is Hat Kid's bedroom though, because she has a swimming pool made of pillows. I mean, since I've played this game, it has become a personal goal of mine to make a pillow swimming pool in my house. Number 6. Music is probably the most important tool in setting the tone for a video game. The emotions and the mood you get from certain environments of a game are highly impacted by the music that is playing in the background. A Hat in Time is very well aware of this fact, and has created a soundtrack around the game that gave me a sense of exploration, curiosity, and excitement while I was playing. The background music for the different levels of the game is layered, and the instruments adjust themselves depending on what you're doing or where you are in the level. For example, in the first level, Mafia Town, the music has dark brass and low piano and the grimy rundown sector to add an element of grit and dirtiness to the music. But as you get closer to the waterfront, those instruments phase out for uplifting synthesizers and energetic drum beats. This attention to detail is what made games like Banjo-Kazooie so great. The same thing happens in Grunty's Lair, where the music adjusts itself to adhere to the theme of the current area that you're wandering around. This attention to detail is what really sets the soundtrack for these games apart from others. Grant Kirkhope, the acclaimed composer behind the soundtrack to Banjo-Kazooie, put together a few compositions for A Hat in Time as well, one of which being Hat Kid's spaceship theme, an orchestrated piece with a magical tone that slowly builds up and breathes life in a Hat Kid ship. It's pieces like this that I think will leave players with a nostalgic feeling that they have when playing similar games in their childhood, along with giving kids who play this game something to reminisce on whenever they grow old. Number 7. Now, this is an element they added to the game that you don't see in video games very often, but something that I hope becomes the norm. This is also something that affects you as a player, regardless of whether you give a crap about speedrunning or not. A Hat in Time is a game that is really fun to play at its usual pace. The dialogue is interesting, cutscenes are entertaining, and the environments are very detailed and interesting to explore. But that charm fades after playing a game several times. Eventually, you just want to get right to the gameplay, and this game has a built-in option that allows you to do this by having the game automatically skip all the cutscenes. Even if you aren't a speedrunner, the addition of these features is going to make the replayability of this game astronomically high. Mario 64 is one of the most popular games to speedrun because Mario is a very maneuverable character and there is many different ways to play the game as him. This game is very similar. I've already seen videos from the beta version where people play the game with such precision and finesse that it blows my mind. Along with that, I am already excited to see the routes people come up with to collect all the collectibles in the quickest possible times. And as a cherry on top, the game has a built-in speedrun timer to help make things more official for the speedrun community. Number 8! A Hat in Time isn't just your run-of-the-mill platforming game. You don't only collect items and coins that raise meaningless numbers on a totals board. Everything you collect in the game has a use that creates more dynamic gameplay. With the main currency, gems, you can unlock new levels and buy badges that enhance your character with helpful attributes. With yarn, you can create hats that will give you new abilities. With relics, you can decorate Hat Kid's ship and make it more personalized. And with hourglasses, you are able to unlock new sections of Hat Kid's ship that lead to new worlds to explore. Everything in this game has a purpose, and nothing ever feels like a waste of time. Number 9. I've only played the game for 2 days, and I already want a Hat Kid and Mafia plushie. The characters in this game are wonderfully diverse and memorable. Every world introduces new characters with distinct lovable personalities that you are going to fall in love with. Guaranteed. On top of all that, they are all wonderfully voice acted. But in case you don't like voice acting, you do have the option to switch it out for the hilarious babble you hear from the characters in Banjo-Kazooie. Hat Kid is a quirky and cute character filled with a ton of personality, and I love her. I don't want to say too much to avoid spoilers, but get ready to have some new favorite video game characters. Ooh, number 10! Nothing sucks more than a game being fun for a couple of hours, but then losing its charm due to it being too repetitive. Fortunately, A Hat in Time has so much variety in its gameplay, I was honestly lost for words at times. Something I was not expecting was a level that was so scary that makes the Slender Man look childish, where you sneak through this mansion where a demon lady is hunting you down the whole time. I was shooketh. The mission variety is amazing. They even included beautiful artwork for the loading screen of every single mission this game has to offer. So in conclusion, this game is a must play. I mean, there's other things I wanted to put on this list because there's so many great things to talk about in this game, but I only had 10 slots, so I had to kind of cut it down. But I also want to add that they are adding free DLC later with extra worlds and also online multiplayer, so I am just looking forward to these extra features that is going to make the game that's amazing even better. And also, I don't want to spoil too much, but there's just so many things in this game that I'm not going to talk about. I just want you to play and just experience the game, because like I had a smile on my face the whole entire way through the game. Like it really seems like a sequel to like Mario Sunshine, and they like took that as like a base game and just made something similar but 10 times better. They took all the best elements from like all these platforming games we played as kids and just made this gargantuan amazing game, and I just hope it does well because this is such a good game and there's just so much creativity and heart and passion put behind it. Every single like speck of this game just like radiates creativity and passion, and I'm just really excited for the future of it. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you enjoy my videos, please give this video a thumbs up and make sure to subscribe to be notified when I post future videos. And I hope to see you guys in the next one. Peace!